Hey there, I'm Jake, and today we're going to work on supine poses. Come onto your mat and start in child's pose. So knees wide, big toes touch. Let your hips sit back and heavy towards the floor. Relax your forehead on the floor. Your forearms on the floor. Take a deep breath in and a long breath out your mouth. Twice more like that. Deep breath in. And a complete breath out. Once more. At the bottom of your exhale, relax your jaw. Let your lips softly come to touch. And engage your Ujjayi breath. So deep breaths in and out through your nose. With your next in-breath, on forward for tabletop. Okay, wrists straight across and under your shoulders, knees under your hips, and inhale, arch your back, look forward. And exhale, round your spine. Look towards your navel. A couple times like that. Your own breath, your own pace. Your next inhale, find a neutral spine and pelvis. Tuck your toes under. Step back for down dog. And slide your feet back another 2 to 3 inches from tabletop. Feet and your hips width apart. And bend your right knee deeply. Turn your heels right to your left heel roots. And swing your right leg across your left for a twisted dog. Arms steady. And lift your left hip up as high as it'll go. And second side, come on back. Bend your left knee, swivel your heels left till your right heel roots. And swing your left leg across your right. For a twisted dog, hands flat, arms straight. Lift your right hip up as high as it'll go. Okay, come on back to center. Inhale, come forward for plank, wrists under your shoulders for low plank. Inhale, cobra. And exhale, down dog. Inhale, step your right foot to the outside of your right hand for a wide lunge. You take your hands forward and wide. And you bend your elbows like goalposts so far as your right knee doesn't turn in. Root your right heel heavy. Scissor square your right hip back. Eventually you can come onto your forearms so far as that right knee doesn't buckle in. Okay, come on up. Step back for a dog. Okay, second side, inhale. Step your left foot around your left hand for a wide lunge. Take your hands forward and wide like goalposts. Anchor your left heel to scissor square your left hip back. And eventually, come onto your forearms so much as you can keep your alignment. Okay, come on up. Step back. Down dog. Okay, inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra. And exhale, down dog. Inhale, step your right foot to the outside of your right hand for low lunge. Okay, it's the same position as the last lunge, just here in low lunge. You turn your right foot at a diagonal to the right, widen your right knee to point the same direction as your foot. And so far as you can keep that alignment, give it a few breaths. You start to bend your elbows and settle in. Eventually, forearms to the floor. And come on up. Reach your right hand back for your left foot for a thigh stretch. Lengthen your back. Draw your heel towards your hip. Flick your toes against your hand and tip your hip up towards your heel. Inhale, gently release and lift your back knee up. Step back, down dog. And second side, inhale, left foot around your left hand for low lunge. And turn your left foot 15 degrees left. Widen your left knee, point over your left foot. And as far as you could keep that left knee aligned. And settled in for a lizard lunge or low lunge. Scissor square your left hip back so your left heel gets heavy, and that'll open up your left hip deeper. Okay, come on up. Reach your left hand for your right foot. For a thigh stretch, you could hold either side of your foot. Lengthen both sides of your body long. Set your left shoulder back. Draw your left knee in, or right knee in towards your, draw your right heel towards your right hip. There it is. Engage your right foot. Okay, gently release. Step back for dog. Inhale, step your right foot forward. Warrior two. And side angle pose, right forearm to your right thigh. Left arm by your ear. Square your chest towards the wall to your left and your hips square towards the wall to your left. And so far as you can keep that alignment, you touch for the full pose. Right hand to the outside of your right foot today. Widen your knee against your arm, spin your chest open. Hands to the mat, step back. Down dog. And second side, inhale, step your left foot forward, warrior two. And side angle pose, left forearm to your left thigh. Right arm by your ear. Square your chest and hips towards the wall to your right. And as much as you could keep that alignment, you reach your left hand down to the outside of your left foot to the floor or a block. Widen your left knee, turn your chest open. Hands to the mat, step back, down dog. Inhale, right foot forward, warrior two. Straighten both legs for triangle pose. Right hand to the outside of your right shin, to the floor or block. As tall as you need to lengthen your back, reach up through your left fingertips, look up, and bend your right knee, hands to the floor. Down dog. Second side, inhale, left foot forward, warrior two. Straighten your left leg, tip forward, left hand just to the outside of the center of your left outer shin. Get tall enough to lengthen your back. Reach up. Palate back, look up. Okay, bend your left knee, hands to the floor. Down dog. Inhale, step your right foot between your hands, spin both feet towards the wall to your left, towards the wide edge of your mat. Adjust your feet so they're even. Adjust your feet so they're straight. And touch down and bend your knees as much as you have to clear your hip flexors and back to touch. So far as you feel clearance in your low back, and straighten your legs out as straight as they'll go. And lift halfway up, come onto your fingertips, turn your right foot to the front edge of the mat. Frame out your right foot at the top of your mat for a lunge. Down dog. And right knee forward for pigeon, right knee wide all the way to the right edge of your mat. Square your hips. Come onto your forearms, let your hips sit back and heavy towards the floor. Okay, come on up. Step back. Switch sides, left knee wide for pigeon. Square your hips, come onto your forearms. And let your hips sit back and heavy towards the floor. And come on up and step back for dog. And lower down to sit, swing your legs out in front of you. And move into our supine poses. Bend your knees, place your feet. Ankles underneath your knees, feet hips width apart. Root your feet down and lift your hips up. Lift your low back up. And clasp your hands underneath you or arms alongside you. Whichever gives you more leverage to shimmy your shoulders up and underneath you. And lower your hips down gently. Stretch your right leg out straight and flat on the floor. Keep your left knee bent. Scoot your hips left an inch or three to twist. Left leg across your body towards the wall to your right. Use your right hand to guide your left leg across. Wrap your left outer hip down towards the bottom of your mat. And look left, root your left shoulder down. Come on back to center. Second side, bend your right knee in, left leg out. Scoot your hips right just enough to stack your hips as you twist. Use your left hand against your right outer thigh to guide your leg across. Look right, root your right shoulder down. Okay, come back to center. Stretch your right leg out. Right toes point up, right knee points straight up. Bend your left knee. Reach your left arm to the inside of your left knee to hold the outer edge of your left foot. For a supine lunge or half happy baby, angle your left sole of foot towards the ceiling. Bend your left knee as far as you could without your hips tipping to the left. So it's a supine lunge, just like that first wide lunge you did, just here on the back. Okay, hold the back of your left thigh, stretch your left leg out straight. Flex your left foot, left toes point, flick towards your face, and you actually flex the foot. And walk your hands up the leg as your hamstring opens, and draw your shin towards you. And stretch your left leg out, straight and flat on the floor. Bend your right knee in. Reach to the inside of your right knee to hold the outer edge of your right foot with your right hand. It's like a reclined lunge. Bend your right knee. Press your hand against the foot, foot against your hand. And bend your knee so far as your hips don't turn to the right. And straighten your right leg out. Hold the back of your right thigh with your hands where your hamstrings are. I ought to be able to set a water bottle on the right sole of your foot and wouldn't tip off. Okay, engage that foot evenly to stretch your hamstrings evenly. You can walk your hands up the leg as your hamstring opens. And draw your shin in. Okay, and release, bend both knees, hold your shins. And you rock and roll side to side for happy baby. And rock it up to sit. Stretch your right leg out. Bend your left knee in. Twist to the right. Put your left hand for your right foot. Shin or thigh, whatever you can get. Right hand to the outside of your right shin on the floor. Tip your weight more on your left hip. Twist to the right and fold. Okay, come on up. Second side, left leg out. Right knee in. For Janu Shirsasana, twist to the left. Put your right hand for your left foot or leg, whatever you could reach. And left hand, see outside of your left leg on the floor. Tip your weight more on your right hip. So you twist left and fold. Okay, come on up. Stretch both legs out wide. Feet point up. Knees point up, root your legs down, hands behind you, lift your low back up. Stay here. You could bow down the middle so far as you can keep your legs straight and your low back lifted. If you go to come forward, if your knees lift, if your back slouches, stay upright. And root your legs down as straight as they'll go. All right. You made it. Nice work. My name's Jake. Appreciate you being here. I'll see you again next time. Namaste.